Debbie Stevens. She's 56 and married for 32 years. She loves Montana outdoors and everything, hiking, fishing, boating, and camping. Thank you, Debbie.
Hey, Autumn Athletes, Larry Sorensen here. And today I'm going to talk with Debbie Stevens and find out what makes her an Autumn Athlete that's not done yet. Debbie, really appreciate you joining us to tell us what makes you an Autumn Athlete that's not done yet. I'd love to start out by having you just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Larry, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here today. I am 59 years old. I live in Montana. I am married. I've been married for 34 years. I have two beautiful grown sons. One's 32, one's 30. Actually, I spent most of my time raising my family, my kids, and I got into education later in life. I've been a Title I paraeducator for 24 years now at the Stevensville School District here in Montana, and I absolutely love my job. I am 5 feet 5 inches, and right now I weigh approximately 133 pounds.
So now let's find out where it all began. Tell us a little bit about your fitness history.
I have no fitness history, actually. I was very complacent and very uh, inactive most of my life. And of course, I had, excuse me, really great genetics. So I could do whatever I wanted, right? Wrong. I hit 48 with menopause and it hit me like a ton of bricks. I got depressed. I got overweight. Everything came with menopause. Um, and then of course my kids grew up. And so I had no purpose. I had no drive. I had nothing. And my son was in bodybuilding, and he kind of was a an influence for me to get my life back on track. And so at 48, full-blown menopause, my cholesterol was through the roof, and my oldest son was heading out to boot camp. My other son had moved out. I was a mess. My oldest son that was already into health and fitness and bodybuilding came home, saw me just in a puddle on the ground because I was such a mess, and basically said, he sat me down and said, Mom, this is your time. This is your turn to write a new chapter. I'm going to help you clean up your diet, and I want you to go to the gym with me. I'm like, no way. I am not going to the gym. Mom, trust me. And he did. He kind of showed me the basics of eating better nutrition, and I signed up for some circuit classes. I lost 20 pounds. My cholesterol got my doctor was just over the moon. Well, after about a year of that, my son said, Mom, it's time to take it to the next level. So I said, what do you mean next level? And he says, you need to start lifting weights. And I said, oh, no. I said, I'm 50 years old. I am not going to lift weights. And I picked up a barbell and I absolutely fell in love. It was just love at first sight. And so my journey began with fitness, and it became a passion and an obsession. To see muscle development over 50 years old was huge. I mean, it was like, no way. My posture improved, my overall health improved. But of course, that walks hand in hand with nutrition too. I mean, these are all things that make the puzzle complete.
Tell us about some of your personal best achievements.
I stepped on stage for the first time at 52. I took third place in Masters Bikini 50 plus. That was, I was hooked ever since. But I do have to go back and tell you the story on how that all evolved. I had actually started with some Dr. Stepani programs when I first started lifting weights, and I really enjoyed. He really made a big difference in my life, and I love Jim Stepani. He's just awesome. I happened to be working out with a buddy, a girlfriend of mine, at her gym, which is very elite and very fancy and had all this wonderful equipment. And this procession of women walked through the gym in these glittery costumes, I would say. They were bikinis. And I said, what are they doing? And my girlfriend goes, they're practicing posing for a show. And I said, I want to do that. And so began my my path to competing. So that's how that began. And I never looked back. It was wonderful.
So what is your current goal, or what events are you prepping for right now?
I'm currently prepping for a show. I'm about I want to say 15 weeks out from the Night of Champions in Spokane, Washington, October 14th, I believe it is. And then I'm also doing a photo shoot for Curves Magazine, photographer Rob Sims, who has asked me to return. I was just published in their collectors magazine for competitors, which is another accomplishment and honor, especially, I mean, who does that over 50? I mean, that's just, it's unfathomable. And I still have trouble, you know, absorbing it. I mean, it's an amazing feat.
For those of our audience that aren't familiar with female bodybuilding and fitness competitions and so forth, why don't you tell us specifically what your event is, and then maybe contrast it with some of the other events that the ladies have?
My body type is more suited for bikini, and I've stuck with the bikini category in bodybuilding, which is probably, I want to say, the lower end of bodybuilding. You have figure, and then you have physique, and you have bodybuilding in women's, which is phenomenal to see women step on stage, especially over 50 years old, because the training is so intense and the nutrition is so intense. And I am still in awe of what the body is capable of, especially in our age group. It's just amazing. That's kind of my new goal, is to help other women realize their potential even after 50, because a lot of women go, they don't believe that they can achieve these things, and they really can. You can still develop muscle after 50 and 60 and improve your health and your life. You don't have to step on stage, you don't have to compete, but you can definitely improve your life with good nutrition and strength training with weights. And I want to help convince more women that they can do that.
We've seen in some of the pictures already that I've put up that your results are tremendous. So the question is, how did you get them? So let's start with, what's your current training regimen?
Thank you. Like I said, I started with Dr. Stepani, which was wonderful. I really loved him. But in order for me to compete, I really needed to hire a coach. And I did that. At 52, I hired a young man who is 30 years old, who I met through Jim Stepani. And he's a phenomenal young man, very, very wise beyond his years. I've been with him for 3 years now, and he has actually brought out the best in me. I already knew this young man, and so we knew each other through the gym forum. But he has really changed everything for me. And I think that's really, really important, especially if you are going to compete. We've been together for 3 years now. Again, like I said, he's pretty much changed my game.
Give us a typical week of weight training, cardiovascular training, etc.
I'm in the gym at least 5 days a week, an hour to an hour and a half. My cardio, because of my nutrition and my regimen and my physique, my cardio regimen, well, at this particular point in the game, I'm building muscle. So my cardio is low now, thank goodness. But I still walk 10,000 steps a day. And walking, I'm a big advocate for walking. My coach taught me that. It's de-stressor, really helps clear the mind, unplug. So that's my cardio regimen. I'm building muscle, so my surplus of food and protein is very high. I'm pushing my muscles to the limits so that I can build more muscle, so that I can shred it all down for competition. So there's a cycle there. When I'm getting ready for a show, I usually go into a caloric deficit. Food goes down, cardio goes up. And I don't do anything really, really crazy. Usually it's the elliptical or the Stairmaster or maybe a little bit of HIIT, but not too much. And as an older person, I'm kind of wary about that, especially working with other people because knee issues or whatever. I usually tell people, you get on the treadmill, get on the Stairmaster, get on the elliptical. That'll help you burn some of that fat off.
Are you lifting heavy at 3 to 6 reps? Are you lifting medium, 8 to 12 reps, light, 20 to 30 reps? What kind of training, or do you mix it up? What do you do?
I mix it up. Actually, I don't. My coach does. He mixes it up for me. Right now, currently, I'm on lower weights with higher reps. And we're doing some giant sets of weights, which has really been a game changer for me because to me, that even incorporates cardio. Giant sets are when you're doing 3 particular lifts consecutively without taking a break.
Mhm.
And so that can really put a lot of pressure and growth in your game. So I'm enjoying this program right now.
So you told us that you got a coach, which really changed your life. And I understand that you are really looking to change others' lives. So tell us a little bit about your coaching activities.
About a year ago, I started Aging Redefined .fitness. So you can go to that, Aging Redefined .fitness, and send me an email. I can answer your questions. I coach online. I do programs. I do nutritional support, and I do it for all ages. So hit me up if you're interested.
So you talked a little bit about your nutrition prep for shows, and that's obviously very specific for all the bodybuilders and fitness competitors out there. But what is your off-season, just general nutrition to keep yourself fit and healthy?
I still keep it really, really clean because it's so easy, especially as an older athlete, to slip back into excess fat, etc. And of course, health wise, I have a history of high cholesterol, so I have to really watch that. So I keep it clean. I eat a lot of jasmine rice, Calrose rice, red potatoes or sweet potatoes and yams. Um, I eat a lot of lean protein, mostly chicken breast, fish. Um, I eat a lot of since I live in Montana, we harvest a lot of our own meat too. So I eat a lot of that as well. Lots of greens, lots of vegetables. But yeah, I keep it really clean. Even on the off season, I have probably been tracking my nutrition for the last, well, 8, 9 years consistently, whether I'm getting ready for a show or off season.
So some of our audience is thinking to themselves, "Oh my goodness, I can't do that." But I got to ask because I know even the tightest and cleanest eaters always have some little vice. So you got to tell me, what's your favorite cheat meal or dessert?
I love pizza. Pizza's my vice.
Any specific type of pizza?
Good old pepperoni and
Yeah.
cheese,
Are
lots of
you
cheese.
are you a thin crust, deep dish?
Deep dish, definitely
Okay.
deep dish.
What keeps you motivated today to keep going at the age of 59?
Stepping on stage, there's nothing like it. Envision that end goal. When I'm in the gym and I just don't have it, I just can't pull that last rep or finish off that last 10 minutes of cardio or whatever. I immediately put that vision in my head of what my end goal is, and it's stepping on stage, earning my pro card. That's it for me. I want to get that pro card. Even, and I'll keep stepping on stage. but it can be anything. It could be that new dress. It can be that new bathing suit. It can be a new suit. It could be anything. Just put that in the forefront. That's what you want to see. That's what you're driving for. That's just my thing.
Would you have done anything differently in your health and fitness journey?
I would have started 20, 30 years ago. Absolutely. To feel the way I do now, oh, I wish I had done it 30 years ago. Definitely.
What is your secret sauce to health and fitness?
Yeah, it's definitely my kids. My oldest son is my hero and my inspiration. He really is. I mean, that kid saved my life. He really did. And my family. Definitely my family is my secret sauce. And my coach. I love my coach.
Got to get that in there, or you're going to be in for a really tough workout next time.
Exactly. Exactly.
Debbie, I really appreciate you hooking up with us. It's been fun to get to know what makes you an Autumn athlete that's not done yet. A truly inspirational story, and your results speak for themselves. You're doing a great job. So definitely keep it up. Hopefully some folks can follow your lead and know that even if they're 48 like you were, it's not too late to get going and make some incredible strides in your health and fitness. So I'd love to close this out by just giving you the floor to tell our audience whatever you'd like to share with them.
I just want both men and women to know that it's not too late. You are not too old, and it is not too late to start to get healthy, get your life back, and enjoy it.
Debbie Stevens, definitely an Autumn athlete that's not done yet. As always, please remember to like, subscribe, and ding that bell for notifications, and we will see you next time.